Hey guys, it's your crazy ray of sunshine. It's Shell, your rolling MC, and I am the mouth on the mic of Hitting the Streets podcast show. Today on the show, I have the wonderful Stephen Pride. Please, sir, introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Stephen Pride, and I'd like to say thank you to Nichelle for having me on the program today.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
Nichelle, crazy ray of sunshine.
Yes.
I think that's a little unique.
It is, isn't it? I know. So, him and I were talking earlier, and I let him know that my name originally comes from Nichelle Nichols, Star Trek. And who doesn't like Star Trek, right? So tell me really quick, I am very thankful to have this opportunity to interview you. So one of my questions, my first question is, how did you get started in this business?
I got started through listening to music when I was young, listening to it, and that's basically how I come about.
Okay. So did you just start singing automatically, or did you already just come up with your own music? Tell me what's the background?
Actually, once I realized and sensed that I could sing, to tell you the truth, my sister encouraged me to go, and they had a basketball tournament at our high school.
Okay.
And I went there and sang this song called "Stand By Me."
Oh,
I was 6 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In front of everyone at the.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome!
Yeah.
Wow, that's one of my favorites. I like that song. So, who inspired you to make music? Who inspired you?
Well, aside from myself, I guess you could say a few of my family siblings, one of my older sisters, and a friend of mine.
Okay. So they inspired you once they heard you sing to get into the music industry, the music business?
Well, actually, once they heard me singing.
Singing?
I was around the house, or my friend and I were together, and so forth.
So how did you start? Did you start with playing the guitar, or did you start, what musical instruments did you start with, or did you just go out and start singing?
I didn't start playing the guitar until later on in years. But as far as musically, the instrument that I was playing was alto saxophone. I played it in a high school band.
Really? You brought memories back. And it wasn't high school. I was middle school. I took choir. I can't sing. I'm not gonna lie to you, I can't sing. But I took choir, and I remember my choir teacher, her name was Becky Vestal. Oh my gosh, one of the best. And she had me in alto section. Because my voice was so deep. I will remember that vaguely. It's like, I wanted to be a soprano. She's like, you're not a soprano. You're singing off key.
Okay.
So I am not a singer, but I do remember being a part of that. And then I also was a part of a lot of the gospel in the churches. I did a lot of I was singing on that when I was very young, like 4, 5, 6 years old. I would be up there trying to sing, couldn't, but trying to. So, okay, so how do you describe your music? Tell us a little bit about that.
My music is basically, it's varies from different things. I do a lot, mostly country music.
Okay.
But I have performed other genres of music.
Okay, tell me a little bit about that. Do you do R&B? Do you do? Okay.
Yes, I do.
I know Stand By Me is actually.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a while.
You need to do that today. So country music, R&B. What else do you do?
Well, I sing. Like I said, I was raised up in church with my mother and everything. I sang over the years. I sang gospel music like yourself, raised up in the church.
Okay. So now, have you had any challenges? I know a lot of us have, with the pandemic and everything that's going on. Have you had any challenges, and how have you overcome them? How have you overcome adversity in this industry?
I've been very blessed, actually. I haven't had a whole lot of challenges. I've had periods where I had to really practice harder at some points.
Yeah, I understand that. So nothing where you haven't been able to do any concerts or anything like that? You've had any challenges in that?
Well, I've done many concerts, but like you said, of the recent, within the last couple of years, yes, with this virus, pathogens and everything that's going around globally, it has stagnated me a little.
Sure. Are you on? Is your music online where people can listen to, or do you do anything online?
I'm in the process of working on updating and upgrading those online situations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. All right. So if you could change anything about this industry, about the music industry, what would you change?
What genre of music?
Pick one. You pick one. Is there anything that you would change?
Well, as far as country, what I do, I change to real country music.
What do you mean by real country music?
The good stuff, man, the old stuff, the steel guitars,
Fiddles, yeah.
dobros, and mandolins, and banjos, just traditional country music. Music that has actually a form of gritty and meat as far as lyrics as well.
Telling those stories.
Yeah.
Like, so growing up, every Saturday morning when we had to get up and clean the house, my mom, it was either country music, Motown, or it was either one of those two for us to listen to. And so George Jones and all those, long time ago, Johnny Cash, I grew up with that type of music listening. And you're right, they told a lot of stories. You knew there were stories that they were telling, singing those songs. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
I get it.
Growing up, I listened to many different genres of music, but I grew up listening to blues and R&B music, as
B.B.
well
King.
as my dad listened to Grand Ole Opry on Saturday.
Yes, exactly. Minnie Pearl.
That's right.
Oh my goodness, bringing up a lot of memories. So what advice would you have for someone wanting to follow in your footsteps?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily term it as following in my footsteps. Anyone that has or is aspiring to become a musician or a performer and singer, you have to work at it. You got to practice. You got to put in the work. You know, it's not an easy thing. I mean, it doesn't jump in your lap.
Yeah. Okay. Last thing before we wrap up. What would you be doing if you didn't have your music career? What would you be doing?
I try to get back in my field of biology and environmental science and something like that.
That's so interesting. So do you have a degree in
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
I studied biology, environmental science at one of the HBCU schools, Mississippi Valley State University.
Okay.
And then I did a small stint of graduate work at Louisiana State.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the School of Forestry and Wildlife Management.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's good to know. I would like to know more about that. We'll have to talk off mic later. I know you have a show to do. You're at Deschain Winery today, and you're going to be doing. You're going to be singing from 3 to 6. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And where can we find you on Facebook? Are you on Facebook? What's the name?
Yeah. Well, my name is Stephen Pride.
Okay.
It's STEPHEN PRIDE. And yes, I am on Facebook.
Okay. Do you share a lot of your information where you're going to be? Where
Yes,
you're going
I try to.
Okay.
As much as possible, yes.
All
Yes.
right.
But giving situations, you try to get what is accessible and what's available.
Yes, that's very true. So true. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate you very much having me.
So
Thank you.
much. This has been great. All right, guys, that's it for right now. He has got to get on the stage. But once again, this is Stephen Pride, and we are at Deschain Winery. And he's going to perform here a little bit. And I will be back also to share on Facebook Live some of his music. Thank you so much for being on the show.
You're quite welcome. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
That's it.